I'd like to introduce you to our Grabbgo, which is a hot plate carrier made of silicone up to 200 degrees, which you can actually take items out of an oven if necessary, designed specifically for hospitality at sporting, racing, rugby, anywhere where you have a use for hot plate service. It's hygienic, can be washed under the tap or in an industrial dishwasher. The biggest saving with the Grabbgo is getting rid totally of service cloths. An average waiter will use the cloth. For one lot of service, will use 3 cloths because they'll always dirty one and then grab another one. I calculated one waiter working on 200 events in a year would cost about £170 to actually launder that one cloth. With the Grabbgo, we know lasts at least 2 years, that's a saving on one service cloth of something like about £370, which sounds silly, but from small acorns, oak trees grow. The Grabbgo, I think, will revolutionise and change, hopefully, the food service industry from going from dirty service cloths to smart, sharp presentation in front of the customers.
Sometimes on Idea Works, we see a fundamentally simple solution to a common problem. In this instance, Paul Williamson has presented Grabbgo, made from moulded silicone and enabling waiting staff to serve hot plates to customers without the need of a cloth. What the experts need to ascertain is whether there is a problem that needs a solution in the first place.
On average, how many plates does a waiter carry?
Generally on corporate hospitality, 2. Because any more than that, the chef will go ballistic that their food is going to be rolled all over the plate if they try and have them all about their arms.
You're restricted then by the fact that you're only going to carry 2 plates because you're not going to, because what's the alternative then to carry 2 plates in one hand? There's not an option for that, is there?
No, there isn't.
I think on a starter or a dessert, you probably would have more than 2 plates.
You could use
on
those.
a main course, you possibly would just carry 2 plates.
That's the main course,
which are hot, yeah. So you would need obviously something to hold the plates with.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just on the plate, because you've got quite a ridge there on that plate, and I'm just sort of conscious that not every plate underneath would have such a ridge. Does the technology sort of rely on the plate having a ridge underneath?
Not at all.
Does that make sense?
It fits with any plate.
How would you pick it up if it was like that?
It's on the table.
It's on the table.
No problem at all.
Not as easy, would have been my sort of thoughts on that.
And have you had any issues or any reporting back with burning? Because they do look quite narrow to me.
No, not at all. When we did the initial prototype, we had a wider pad and it didn't work.
Ah, right.
Whereas this one seems to fit all and also is discreet and yet not flapping about. Otherwise you'd have a ridge of rubber.
What's the life expectancy of one of these? So how many sort of serving sessions?
2 years, constant use, and they're still going strong.
Okay.
If I say, yeah, fantastic, we'll do a trial, let's go with the O2, that's significant volume for you guys. Where's the product made? How quickly could we do that?
I've probably got best part of 2,000 in stock of white ones.
Yep.
To get a personalised one made, i.e. with the livery, for example, of one of the Compass companies, then you're probably looking at a term of probably about 3 weeks.
Chris?
Well, look, I've actually worked in a restaurant myself, so I know what it's like for people to be serving dirty dishcloths, and I know what the dishcloths can look like at the end of the evening, and it's pretty horrific, if I'm being honest, on occasion. So I'm going to say yes, because that's for a trial, and just to see how well they're received by one of our units, see if it works, and what the sort of responses and feedback is. So on the basis of a trial, I'm going to say yes.
Thank you.
I think I am still struggling from a health and safety point of view. I'm just not convinced that is enough protection, when you're grabbing a hot plate. In a sort of controlled environment, I kind of get it, but I'm struggling a little bit with seeing where that application would be. But as I say, I'm a bit undecided, so I think it was probably a yes, but it would be under quite tight remit, I think, of where we think it might be.
Thank you.
There's a great health and safety perspective that we need to consider on this. I think that's a real tip box that we need to explore. So that's yes for me then.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's something that takes away the dirtiness and the annoyance of cloths, I guess. But I can see where you're coming from on the size of the pad. But I think it's worth it.
Yeah,
worth a trial.
my hands are a little bit.
Yeah.
The thumb works, but I do come through. So.
I think it would have to form part of our sort of training induction for the staff at each sort of session, serving session, I think.
Okay.
Fabulous.
Thanks, guys. That's a yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very,
Thank
very
you very much.
Thank you.
With some reservations over the design, the judges have unanimously decided that the tidy appearance of the Grabbgo over service cloths is enough to trial it in several of their units and pave the way to further implementation within the company estate.